Okay, good afternoon, student. Now see, today we are going to see the poem Holocron. Actually, the Holocron is written by William Shakespeare. The poem is taken from the play Richard II. Richard II is one of the play, and also the Richard II is come from the famous play, and also the play is written in a like verse type. Verse is nothing like a poem type. In the play, William Shakespeare took the poem the Holocron. Already I told you about that. Holocron. Cron is nothing. Tamil we told like greedom. In hollow is nothing. A hole in the greedom. Actually, the hollow is nothing. It's not a permanent for for all the king. It will be changed for often. Someone is going to rule next, so it's not permanent to everyone. So here also they mentioned that holocron is nothing. It's a empty crown. Okay, it was written by William Shakespeare. Okay, already I told you about that William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, he was born on 26th April and in 1564, and he was died on 23rd April in 1616. And also he was a English poet and playwright and a great writer in English language. And also he is a preeminent dramatist in his period. And also he wrote 37 plays. Already I told you that he wrote 37 plays. Actually 39 plays he wrote it. In that 39, out of 2 is not still did not find out the script in the 2 plays. So finally they considered 37 is the correct. 37 is the truth. Then 37 plays, and also he wrote the 154 sonnets. 14 lines consist for one sonnet, 4 lines consist for a stanza. And also he wrote 2 long narrative poems also. And also he is the England national poet. The nickname of his William Shakespeare is God of Avon, and the first publication of Shakespeare work is the First Folio. And also the famous writer Ben Jonson wrote the front page of his book. Shakespeare is not of an age. Actually, Shakespeare is not considered about a particular time, but for all time. But for all time means for lifelong. For in the world, everyone they can know about the Shakespeare like that. He wrote it, and also the full name of the, and also his works was translated in many major languages in the world, and the old people can re-perform. His performance was read because that much given important to his work. And also the full name of Shakespeare is Shakespeare William Arden Shakespeare. The Arden is nothing. The family name of the Shakespeare's mother's family name. Actually, everyone took this father's family name only, but here the Shakespeare took that his mother's family name. And also Shakespeare wrote 37 plays, and also this plays was divided into 3 parts. One is tragedy, and then second one is comedy, and also third one is the historics. And also the Richard II is taken. It was written in a. It's not writing in a play way. It was in a version like a poem way. Okay, now let's see the background of the poem, the Holocron. Okay, see now. The poem, the historical background of the Richard II. The poem is an extracted from William Shakespeare's play. Actually, this poem, the Holocron, is taken from the William Shakespeare's play. The famous play is King Richard II. The name of the play is the King Richard II. This is the name of the play. The play is based on the true events that occurred towards the end of the 14th century. And also this play, the King Richard II, is the play. It was the true events. It was happened in truly, and it was happened on the 14th century, at the end of the 14th century. It is a true event in the 14th century. Okay, see next. Richard II was crowned the King of England in the year 1367. Actually, Richard II is a king. So the people when were crowned to Richard II, the England as a England king in the year of 1367 at the age of 10 years old. So King the Richard II take the crown the age of 10. So the people were crowned to Richard II. Crown is nothing, given the freedom to Richard II. After that, King Richard II continued to be the British monarch until 1399. So King Richard II was doing the ruled the England just for 32 years when he was crowned at the age of 10, and also the year 1367 he was doing is he was ruling the England nation until the 1399. Almost he was ruling the England for 32 years. So next see, when he was deposed by his cousin. After 32 years, his cousin was deposed, Richard II. So deposed is nothing, removed from the office. So removed from the place. His cousin was defeated, Richard II. His cousin name is Henry of Bolingbroke. He is the cousin to Richard II, who crowned himself the King Henry the Fourth in the same year. The same year refers to the 1399. He was ruling the England for 32 years. After that, his cousin, actually Richard cousin, the Bolingbroke, Henry of Bolingbroke, is going to defeat Richard II, and also he crowned himself. It means no one is going to crown, given the freedom to Bolingbroke. He only took the crown and also named himself King Henry the Fourth. He named himself and also he crowned himself the King Henry of Fourth in the same year, in the 1399. And of that, Shakespeare's play is a dramatic rendition of the last 2 years of King Richard II's life, and also the Shakespeare's play was is the dramatic rendition is nothing. The Shakespeare play, the Richard II is the based on the play like a drama save of the last 2 years of the King Richard's life, and also the last 2 years of the King Richard II's life it was wrote in like a based on the play way, means dramatic like a drama. In this brief span of time, he was ousted from his royal position. Royal position is nothing. It is a king position. In a rich position, it's called the royal position, like a king, and sent to prison, where he died in captivity. After defeated by his cousin Bolingbroke, he was in his life was ousted from his royal position, just taken throughout the royal position from the King Richard II. So Bolingbroke is going to sit in the royal position. So he get throughout the Richard II from the royal position, and finally King Richard II is sent to the prison, where King Richard died on captivity. So lost everything, his captivity, and died in the prison. Okay, this is a outline play. You can continue next. You have so much of, you have some more outline play, background of the play. Okay, now I told that actually the King Richard II is the Shakespeare's play. The play in that play, the hollow crown is come from the King Richard II, and also it is the true event occurred in the end of the 14th century. Richard II was crowned by the King of England. The people are crowned Richard II at the age of 13 in the year 1367. He was ruled England until the 1399. It means 32 years he is ruling the England nation. After that, his cousin Henry II's cousin Bolingbroke is defeated Henry II and crowned himself the King Henry the Fourth. So at the same year, after that, he was throughout the Richard II was throughout the royal position, where Bolingbroke was sat on that royal position, and also Finally, Richard II sent to the prison, where in the prison Richard II war died. Okay, next continue. The following extract is set in the coast of Wales. So, in the following extract refers to the following lines. The poem lines is given in the coast of Wales. Actually, coast is nothing nearby the sea. It is called the beach. The beach name of the Wales beach. There is the poem lines is extracted. King Richard and some of his followers waited for arrival of the Wales army. Now the King Richard is planned to go and wait in the beach with his followers. It means with his soldiers. They are waiting there because the Wales army is going to support King Richard, because after facing defeat by at the hands of his cousin Bolingbroke. Bolingbroke was defeated Henry II. So Henry II get some idea to had some help from the Welsh army. So he is planned to go and waited for the arrival of the Welsh army near the in the Wales of coast with his cousins. Sorry, with his soldiers, because he was defeated by the Bolingbroke of about 100,000 warriors. So he got help from the Welsh army. He is going to get help from the Welsh army for with the 10,000 warriors. But to their shock and surprise, they received a message that the army was not coming to their rescue. So finally, they are waiting in the coast of Wales. There, Richard II got some message. The Welsh army is not going to help to the King Richard, because it was very shocked to King Richard, because he is not willing to give the help to go on help to Richard. It was very shocking news to Richard too. But his followers tried to boost their king's courage against the news, only in vain. But the followers refers to the King Richard's soldiers. They try to boost. They give the motivation to their king about what is your courage, your boldness against the news, because his king is going to lose his courage. So to get the news, so they plan to the soldiers are planned to boost to motivate the his king only in, but finally it was vain. Vain is nothing. It is wasted. It's not useful to King Richard. Okay, see next. When Richard came face to face with the reality of terrible fate, he spoke the following verse, famously known as the Holocron, speech in theatrical circles. Okay, finally, Richard planned to go and meet the Bolingbroke with face to face again. At the moment, he speaks something. The speech is given in the Holocron, the name of the poem, Holocron. Actually, in the Holocron is speech in the theatrical circle. Theatrical circle is nothing. It was just circling for every person, give the chance to everyone, like Bolingbroke and also the Richard II and the soldiers. So it's called the theatrical circle. In a circle ways, the speech is going to conducted. It was the name of the poem, the Holocron. Now see, when Richard came face to face. Now after the hear the news of the Welsh army, he is not going to help Richard II. So Richard II go and meet the Bolingbroke with face to face. The reality, actually what is happened in the truthfully there, it is terrible fate. Actually in a fearful fate in the incident, he spoke the following verse. Following verse is nothing. Following lines is the poem lines, famously known as the Holocron. So his speech is called the verse. It was given in the poem like a verse. The name of the poem is the Holocron. The speech in a theatrical circle, and also the speech is given in a theatrical circle. In it, King Richard is reminded for the power of death that overshadows everything else, including the power of the rulers, and renders them as powerless as any commoner at a moment's notice. Okay, now see. So King Richard speak this following verse in a
theatrical circle.
And also King Richard is reminded of the power of death. So King Richard just thinking about himself, he's going to lost the defeat by the Bolingbroke. So he think himself about the death, power of death. Just he remember himself, definitely he is going to die. So just think about this power of death and spoke about the following verse. The overshadows. Here it was overshadows that everything else. So everything else they given based on the death, including the power of the rulers, and also he include the power of rulers for not only himself. He indicate for every person. They finally is going to happen like that, and renders them as powerless as commoner at moment's notice. So at that moment of the death, he given the message to everyone. So everyone is finally going to lose his power. They are. It is the final moment to Richard too. This is the outline of the story, the Holocron. Actually, the Holocron is taken from the Richard II. It was written by William Shakespeare. The full name of the William Shakespeare is William Arden Shakespeare. The Arden is come from the Shakespeare's mother's family. Normally, we took the name from the father's family, but here William Shakespeare took his with the mother's family name. And also William Shakespeare wrote 37 plays. Normally he wrote 39 plays, but still not find out to place script. So they consider that 37 plays, and also 154 sonnet he wrote, and 2 long narrative poems. Sonnet is nothing, 14 lines consists for sonnet. Stanza is 4 lines consists for stanza. Okay, here is I told that the background of the Holocron. Actually, Holocron is taken from the Shakespeare's play. The famous play is the King Richard II, and also it was the true event happened in the end of the 14th century. Here they given mentioned 2 characters. One is the Richard II. He was crowned by the King of England in the year of 1367, and the people are crowned Richard II. He was ruling the England for 32 years, nearly 32 years, until while he started his work in the 1367, and he is going to end in the 1399. While his cousin the Bolingbroke is defeated Henry II. After that, he sent to the prison, and he lost every royal position, and he was died in the prison and their captivity. But here in the following verse, the lines is given about the extraction is given in the King Richard is going to wait for the help of this Welsh army in the coast of Wales, where the Welsh armies refused to give the help to him. So he is going to face meet the face to face Bolingbroke, and given this following verse in a sad momently. The verse is called the Holocron, the name of the poem, the Holocron. Okay, student, we will continue the poem in the next class. Thank you.